get right into that after the introduction. Coming now.
Y'all can hear his introduction.
Hey, folks, it's good to see you all. Thank you for tuning in from wherever it is that you are in the world, man. We got this global pandemic thing going on, and it's absolutely crazy. Hope you guys can hear me. If I start that echo and stuff again, please let me know quickly. We have in the house one of my very close friends, a guy who really got me started in all of this. Big Cell. If you guys don't know, if you we're simulcasting right now, he's on YouTube, FHO Fast Charlie's Only, Atlanta GA, FHO Atlanta GA, and on Facebook. I'll have to give you that in a second. I'll let him do that. But first, I want to introduce, without any further ado, my big homie, HNIC Big Cell.
What's up? I appreciate it, man. What's going on with everybody this morning, man? It's Monday morning, man. Look alive, man. Monday morning, wake it on up and look alive, man. You understand me? Let's get it together, man. We are beautiful people, beautiful. Glad that we're here, and you know, the usual, man. The usual. So what's happening?
I'll tell you what. You still alive, brothers? You still with us?
I'm right here. Can you hear me?
I mean, are you still alive? You looking healthy?
Man, look at, man. I'm slimming down. I'm, working on this ISOT thing. I got the ISOT. Anybody interested, man? I got a cool little program, easy to use. So it's been working for me. That drinking plenty of water, man, and just trying to stay healthy, trying to fight this COVID thing, man. So that's what it is, man.
Now you drink your own homemade water.
Well, what happened was my dad was diagnosed with cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, at the time, it was like real bad. It was, really, really bad. So, we just started doing the research. Doctors gave us a lot of different leads on what to do to help him fight the cancer, the whole 9 yards. And that's what we decided to do. And that's what we decided to do. Hold on 1 second. Caller, I'm on live. Are you calling for the show?
Good morning.
What up? You calling for the show? Hello?
I am, but it doesn't have a very bad echo.
Okay, I'll let them know.
Yes.
Okay. He said, Dragon, you got a very bad echo.
Here we go with this echo shit again.
Even they're saying, okay. But listen, so my dad, like I said, being diagnosed with cancer, we just went through all the different things. And one of the things we learned was that it was about alkaline water. The alkaline water is a real big factor in saving, just life, period. After doing all our research and everything, we decided to install and invest in. My dad decided to install and invest in an alkaline water machine at the house so that we can get it all the time instead of going out to buy it.
Right. So I think you're one of the ones that got me on alkaline water. That's all I drink. I drink alkaline water every single day. I drink it by the gallons. I always have lots of it around.
So I ended up, like I said, and I really never understood the importance of alkaline water. We always thought alkaline water was alkaline water. So we didn't really understand how important it was or whatever. But now that we do, we're on it pretty much.
Great. You guys let me know how my folks let me know here, because I just turned off one of the microphones, but they were telling me I wasn't echoing to those guys at all. So no echo, but can't hear Big Sale. So
can't hear me.
That's on my end. Let me see.
Yeah, probably got it. Well, should be, because you can hear me fine, can't you?
I hear you fine, but the problem is that we're both. Okay, yeah. So the problem is that we're both, each of us is simulcasting one another. So I'll get double microphones from you, and I have to turn one of them off. I lose the echo, but if I turn it off, they say they can't hear you. Now they say they can't hear you. So all right. So my folks are saying that they don't have the echo now, but whenever we do this, we've got this double broadcasting thing. You're broadcasting on your end, I'm broadcasting on my end. So my folks are saying they hear me good now. Hopefully we can get it worked out. But let's see. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I've been doing this water now for a while, and it's been really good for me. Problem is, it costs so much, and now I get my water from Whole Foods. And they have a machine that makes it, but you have a machine that makes it for you. How much did that damn machine cost?
I think at the time when we bought the machine, we were roughly about, to get it and put it installed and everything. Me and my dad installed it ourselves. Probably around $1,800 to $2,200, if I'm not mistaken.
You just have to figure, if I'm going to drink that much water, because it's that much, it's that much or more, and then you still got to go down to the store and get it. So
when you think about the time, the effort, and the energy, to go get it, load it up, etc., and then you're buying, different brands, or if you stick with the one brand, if the store is out of it or whatever. So it definitely ended. We're talking about what, 3 years ago. So I promise you, by now, it has definitely paid for itself.
Right.
100-fold.
So we wanted to talk a few things about what's going on with you today. But what I want to do first is talk about some of the stuff that you've got going on. You've got some big stuff going on, especially with your thing this summer down in, is it Tampa?
Yeah.
So can you talk to us a little bit about it?
The biggest thing, man, we got
the Tampa Jamboree.
And everybody, with the COVID-19 going on and everything, a lot of people have been worried about, if it was going to be shut down, or if we were going to ever be able to get out and do, more stuff or whatever. And like I told everybody, man, at the end of the day, we don't really know where this thing is going to go. We have to play every year, and we just have to take our time. I personally believe that it will be fine. I am planning on going to Tampa, hands down. And it's just different things that are being put in place. Tampa is doing everything they can to make sure they've ordered 5,000 masks. They got the hand sanitizer that they're giving away. The masks are for sale for people who don't have them. I mean, they're doing everything they can. It is a beautiful facility. It's a beautiful event that they put together. And again, the most important thing is that the city itself has come together to accommodate us as bikers, and that's something that we very rarely get from the community, to be accommodated as bikers. So
they brought you on as a consultant.
Yeah, as a consultant, and also for advertisement, and to help promote it in the whole 9 yards, and to be a guest speaker. I'm hosting a bike night that Thursday night in Ybor City. So if you guys don't know anything about Ybor City, or Ybor, it's spelled, I think, YBOR, but they call it Ybor. If you don't know anything about Ybor City, that is a very rich community in Tampa, where all the cigar makers and all the people that have the businesses, the shops, so they're shutting down that whole patch of that whole stretch of mile or whatever it is, and they're going to have a bike night. That is going to be amazing within itself, and I'll be hosting a bike night with different little contests, the whole 9 yards. So these are some of the things we're doing. But for more information, for anybody concerned, go to United Bikers with a Z. So it's UNITED BIKERZ, UnitedBikersWithAZ.com, and the Tampa Jamboree, and all information you need is there. Not to mention all the special guests they're gonna have in the building. So Charles, Shirley Brown, Pokey Bear, Tucker, they all will be performing. And again, we're talking about something that is they care about your bike, they care about you. When I say they care about your bike, is we all know that some of these events we go to.
Oh man, they got cops there.
They putting us in the swamp. We in the mud.
And you got folks taking your driver's license down and pulling you over for crazy kinds of tickets. And anybody that's been to Bike Week out there knows exactly what we're talking about.
This is going to be the total opposite, man. When I tell you the whole community on the whole, from the police chief to the mayor to the governor, everybody is with it. They love it. They want us there. And again, you're talking about a facility. I would say that's 70% concrete, 30% grass. This is not a dirt. I don't even think it's a dirt part nowhere besides the grass. And the grass is well maintained. So the way they got it set up, man, is hands down, it's going to be a beautiful event. So it's definitely something worthwhile, man.
And they've got parking for RVs and that kind of thing stuff too.
They got over 200 RV full campsites, water and electricity. And they also have mobile showers and everything for the guests, for the people that are not in RVs. So it is definitely, again, they've made sure that they've covered every avenue and every facet of what we need as bikers in order to come out for the week and enjoy ourselves. And also, like I said, that's if you want to camp on grounds. But the hotels, the lady in charge of all of the hotels for the city of Tampa, is doing everything she can. They have lowered the hotel rates. Most of the rates, I'm not going to say all because somebody will find one, but most of the hotel rates include the full breakfast in the morning. So we're talking about staying at the top notch. Like I'm at the Sheraton and they got the Hilton Grand, just different things like that. So when can you go to the Hilton Grand and stay for $120 a night? You feel what I'm saying? And receive top notch service and or the whole 9 yards. So it's definitely something to understand and be a part of, man. I love it. So I can't wait to get there and party and function. And again, y'all, keep it in line with the COVID-19. When you see me, I will be masked up. So, but we will be there. And also, I'm trying to make sure Black Dragon get there as well. So.
Right. And it's going to be exciting because I'll be there signing books and that sort of thing, selling my books, and us together. It'll be the first event that we'll be at together. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, we definitely gonna make that big.
So let's talk about what. Did you give the dates on that?
June 24th through the 28th. Again, but more importantly, go to the website, UnitedBikersWithAZ.com. But the dates are June 24th to the 28th.
So let's talk about this. You sent me this picture this morning. I've got this picture up. You said this was the hard picture in America right now.
It should be the poster picture for it should be the poster picture right now for Georgia and all MCs right now. This picture, see, I'm gonna put it up on mine. This picture should be, you guys can see it. See this, guys? You see this picture right here? Now, forget the backdrop. Forget Andre 3000 and my boy Outkast. Mad shout out to them. Legends, history made. But look at the picture. If you know anything about these cats, that is rare breed MC. And what I love about this picture, and this is why I named it the hardest picture of the year thus far. That picture represents everything that we need to represent when it comes to COVID-19. If you're not with my new campaign, a new campaign is called Helmet Off, Mask On. That's the new campaign for 2020 and beyond for the most part. If you're not, number one, practicing social distancing, but number two, putting your mask on, then you are truly a problem to this community. Period, point blank, hands down. You are truly a problem to this community. And if you don't understand that the COVID will only be gone once all of us as individuals decide to give it the effort. And that's all I'm asking everybody to do is make an effort. You don't have to have an N95 mask. You don't have to have an expensive mask. I don't care if you take a sock and cover your mouth. I don't care if you take an old scarf and cover your mouth. If you're doing what you're supposed to do, giving me my 6 feet and you cover your mouth, then together we can get past this COVID-19 thing and we can go on and get on back to living, normal living, whatever normal living is. but I'm with the whole thing, Dragon. I just love what it stands for, and this picture to me is just a picture that should represent us. It should represent the Black Bike Set, and any bike set for that matter. But and it's a profound picture.
Yeah, I know. I think I know everybody in that picture. I can actually,
yeah, you should.
I can
actually see them through the mask. That's funny.
So,
don't rob no banks, none of y'all, because I recognize each and every one of y'all.
You're going to jail.
Oh
my goodness. And it's funny because their personalities stand out. You can tell by which one it is. They actually stand as their personalities are, and it's kind of funny to me that they can run, but they can't hide.
But what do you think about the picture when you see it? What do you think?
The picture strikes me in a couple of ways. One is, and I put this. I actually. I did something with this picture and put it up on my Facebook page, Black Dragon Biker TV. And the picture to me says a couple of things. One is it shows something I ain't fixing to do, and that is get out with a group of people and do not a damn thing.
Okay.
So that's number one. So there's defiance in that picture. But the defiance is kind of interesting. I think of, and I put this on the picture, I think it says something like, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. SARS-CoV-2, novel coronavirus 19 be damned. So this shows that there is especially if you remember the first one, the video that Snowman did about coronavirus, and then he actually got sick. He's come back
right after that.
Yeah, he had the video, and we did that video. It's kind of funny where he was kind of mocking, poking fun at the COVID virus, and then him and his wife, they got sick, really sick, had to go to the hospital.
They were true COVID victims.
And I suppose the folks around them had to get tested as well. And then they come back with this picture. And I think it says so much about the strength of character and the fact that you won't get me down, and you won't stop me. You won't stop me from being me. And if I got to do it with a damn mask on, I'm still going to do it.
And those brothers are standing with you. We're going to stand with you. And when you think of the stories, and I know this becomes profound for me, when you think of the stories of the Bible and the Passover and things like that, you have to think about this idea that nothing can stop us. There pestilence and plagues and these kinds of things, crops rotting in the field. This is not new to humanity. When we read the Bible and we look at those stories, like, we think they're other world kind of stories, but they're actually the kinds of stories of things that it wasn't like biblical to them what was happening. It was real to them. And this right here that we're going through will have a biblical kind of story to it 1,000 years from now. But it's for us, it's real. It's every day. It's happening right now. It is something that's tangible that we can put our hands on. It's and those of us that survive this nationwide pandemic that's put worldwide, 207,466 deaths, 2,990,559 cases so far, 965,000. So there's almost 3 million cases, 1 million of them in the United States, 200,000 deaths, 54,000 in the United States. We've got 1/3 of the cases of the world, and about 25% of the deaths. It's crazy. And to be a survivor of this. This is our modern day Passover. This is our modern day. the folks on my end hear you.
Okay, can y'all hear me now? 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 Somebody tell me if y'all can hear me now.
Folks on my end hear you.
Okay, they can hear you on my end. Okay, so I'll just keep going. They should be able to hear me. All right. So, okay, yeah, very loud. Okay. So what I'm saying is this. One thing I do not like about this whole COVID thing is the numbers. Everybody loves to throw out the numbers, the negative numbers. And I think what that is that continues to bring about the fear of the COVID-19. Okay. When you ask about the number of survivals or the number of people that beat the COVID or the number of people that have, been able to shake it and survive, they can't, oh, well, we don't have those numbers. But you have all the numbers of the people that have the tragic numbers. And I think that's when we as a people have to understand what this thing is all about. They are, to me, now this is just my personal opinion, so I don't want nobody to be offended, but they are preaching fear, not health. They're preaching fear, not understanding. The biggest thing for me, and I did a video where I titled this COVID-19, the biggest blessing of 2020. If you haven't seen that video, you can go to my YouTube channel, FHO Atlanta GA. And I did a video saying that the COVID-19 has been the biggest blessing of 2020. Again, despite the deaths in war, because this is a war, it's always been a war. It's always been them versus us versus them, the whole 9 yards. But I try to stay away from the numbers and the news because all they want to give you is the negative. That's all that they want to do is give you the negative. Has anybody yet to give us any positive about the COVID-19? Then you come here where the state of Georgia, the governor decided to open up Georgia, which I totally agree with, and I totally understood why he did it. Because you have to look at the economy. Okay, at the end of the day, the COVID-19 is a personal disease, and it affects. It's about each and every one of us personally, and it affects everyone different personally. So let me say this, okay? When it comes to COVID-19, if you as an individual won't do what you're supposed to do, i.e. mask on, respect everybody's space, 6 feet, and make sure that you disinfect, what you touch, make sure you wash your hands. If you won't do that, then I don't care if your city, your state, or whatever is open or closed. I don't care if the numbers rise or fall. You have to understand that this whole entire COVID-19 thing is about us as a people. I use this and I look at it like this. God saw the destruction ahead. And I'm bringing religion in. I know people are going to say, well, here we go. But God saw the destruction ahead. Man, we were out here wilding. We've been out here wilding out, man. I mean, just from cell phones to computers to everything. We've been out here wilding the F out. COVID-19 made everybody stop and say, whoa. Almost like when AIDS hit. You remember when AIDS hit real bad? Everybody like, oh, hey, hold on, tighten up. Same thing with COVID-19. The reason why COVID-19 is the biggest blessing so far 2020 is because it gave everybody a chance to slow down and or stop and to understand where you are in life. If you're living properly, not properly, if you have your game plan in motion, financial, your family, your children, your household, your wife, the husband, it gave everybody a chance to stop and say, hold on, wait a minute, because it caught so many people off guard. We've been living every day. 2018, 2017, 18, and 19, we lived it with no just what they call it, footloose and fancy free. We was wilding.
So I gotta cut you, stop you a little bit, so I can rebut some of the things that you said.
Go ahead.
And you know, we're going to do this because we've been fighting for a while on this. First of all, I don't think it's a blessing worth a damn. And if you're one of the 207,000 people who died, or their family, you don't feel so damn blessed by this. Sure, those of us who didn't get it and those of us who survived learned a lesson from the tragedy of others. But this is, to me, anything but a damn blessing. It's a scourge on society, and it's a scourge on humankind. I absolutely disagreed with opening up this damn city during a worldwide pandemic because people have no discipline. And the reason you have to shut the city down is because people are greedy and vile and stingy as hell. That's the reason why you can't get any toilet paper. You know, it's a funny thing. I always bought
the massive rolls of toilet paper from Dollar General. I'd always go in and buy the big family thing. I live alone. A big family thing of toilet paper will last me about 3 or 4 months. And you can't get toilet paper off the shelves. And I'm still working on that roll, that thing of toilet paper I bought 2 or 3 months ago. And if I didn't have that, I wouldn't even have any toilet paper. What I'm saying is nobody's shitting any more than they were. But yet you got people with toilet paper damn near as valuable in its weight as gold right now. So this is why you have to have governmental social distancing. I just saw a party yesterday. I wish that I had pre-loaded it. I would show that party on right now. 150 of my young black kids at a party. So deep, maybe 200 people. So deep was this party. They were elbow to elbow. One guy goes, "Man, there's too many people here. I'm getting out." The fact that you went in there in the first place. Here's the deal: 200 kids jammed in a living room somewhere at a house party could walk out of that place and spread coronavirus to 200,000 people. So, no, this city should not have been opened up yet. You keep talking about the economics. It's economics versus lives. I don't believe that money is more valuable than lives. You talk about the numbers. They always talk about bad numbers. That's all the news ever talks about is bad things. If you've been in a motorcycle club, news has been talking bad about us forever. So it's not so much that the news talks about the bad numbers. If the news says 207,000 people have the virus and 30,000 people died, you can interpolate from that, oh, okay, well, 80% of the people lived. But, you know, the news is not about the stories of the people that lived. The news is about the story of the people that didn't make it and how that might affect you. So I don't think the news media has a duty to paint a good picture on anything. The warning is, hey, do the right things for you to live. So that's how I feel about those things.
And I got you. I got you what you're saying. And this is what I love about me and you. Okay. You have to understand this, John, that if you chose, hands down, if you chose, for whatever reason you chose, not to go out, that's your right. Hands down. That is your right not to go out, not to participate, not to, do whatever. That is totally right. If that's how you're going to fight COVID, then so be it. But understand this, John. Just because you don't go outside don't mean COVID-19 is going to go away. Going outside, stop.
Well, yeah, it absolutely means that. No, it absolutely means that if we all don't go
outside, it absolutely means COVID virus is going to go away. Listen, your microphone is in your way for my viewers. It's covering your face. There you go.
No, it doesn't absolutely mean we're going to go away. You still have to, whether you outside or inside, you still have to take the precautions. You still have to disinfect. You got to keep people from coming over your house.
If we social distance, if you
stay in your house and I stay in mine for a period, and see, you don't do the prepper thing. And I've been prepping for a long time. And my prepper channel that you guys go to, Think Tactical and ThinkTacticalNews.com, my YouTube channel, Think Tactical. We talk about this. We've been talking about this for decades. We saw this coming a long time ago. If you were a prepper, you already knew this was coming. If you're not a prepper, you'll say something like, well, this ain't going away. But the preppers know that to survive a global pandemic, the first thing you have to be able to do is the first death, the first what we call kill off, as the herd is being thinned, the first death is about 6 weeks long. So in order to survive a pandemic, the first thing you have to be able to do is lock up for 6 weeks, and you'll survive the first wave of death. So yeah, standing aside, getting by yourself, getting away is absolutely a way because the virus will eventually, it might be with us. The virus might be with us forever, but the way that it kills, that comes and goes in waves. So it's about surviving the waves. So yeah, absolutely. If the whole country locked down for 6 weeks, the virus would be absolutely completely gone. But we're not even about to do that.
Do you think it's feasible? So do you think in your opinion that this country, the United States of America, can actually lock itself down for a whole month and a half and survive? The few people, like you say, the Think Tactical people, which, because I'm not a Think Tactical person, and maybe that might be some of my fault. The few people that do Think Tactical, the few people that have prepared for New World Order, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, they may be there, but I'm gonna tell you like this. Now with this COVID here, I bet you it's a lot more of us now that are saying, hey, wait a minute, this thing totally caught me off guard, and it won't ever catch me off guard again. There are a lot more people now probably thinking tactical and thinking about they're no longer taking for granted what it is and what it's not. Because again, before COVID-19 blessed us with a hey, to pay attention. What's going on? Are you prepared? Before this, we were not prepared. Right? I mean, we were not. We were living life every day as it was, spending unnecessary money, doing things, not putting things in total motion where they need to be. But now, because of this COVID, a lot of us are on point, prepared, and ready for the next one. We won't be so caught off guard. Now, you mentioned toilet paper.
I'll agree with you on a few things here. Absolutely, it has always been
the preppers thing to have 2 months' salary or 2 months of your bills in the bank, to be able to last 2 months at the very least with no income coming in the door whatsoever. That's always been a prepper thing. And we'll do things like hoard silver and stuff like that in case, the end of the world as it comes. We'll have silver and all kinds of things. But one of the basic premises is to have resources. So I think a lot of people that are caught on the couch right now, like if you were a hustler out there and you could hustle your money in them streets, when them streets shut down, there's no hustling your money in them streets. These kind of folks, if they weren't good savers, these kind of folks probably will never get caught out again. The days of them getting caught out are gone. If you ask the question, if we all went indoors, would it go away? Well, we found in is it New Zealand? I think it's New Zealand. The Prime Minister of New Zealand locked her whole damn country down. They're calling her one of the smartest folks in the world right now. And she was able to bring it to a halt. China did it. They did it in a very ugly way. And they were able to, they report, well, you don't know if it's true or not, but they report that they've definitely brought this thing to a halt. They even said today that they just sent their last victims home from the hospital. They don't have any more coronavirus victims at all in the hospital. Whether or not you believe that, but if it's true, the draconian methods that they went through. So yeah, we absolutely could shut it down. Now in America, if we tried that, you'd probably have rioting in the streets. You'd probably, you'd have folks coming out shooting back at the government. So it's because of our freedoms and individualisms and stingy kind of ways that you'll have folks in America that will walk down the street with the coronavirus, refusing to be, it's our spirit. So maybe we have a country that can't be locked down, because in Atlanta, in Atlanta, especially on my side of the fence, our folks never stopped. The barbershop that's next door to my office, they never stopped seeing clients. They had 40, 50 people a day coming in the door during the height of the shutdown. So when folks are doing that kind of stuff, they ain't going to be shutting down. They're not going to, they're still going to be passing this virus between them. And unfortunately, that's just how it's going to go. Did I lose your big cell? Looked like you walked away from your desk. But I think that we need to understand the ramifications of what this virus is, and we're going to keep passing it, especially right now in Georgia. I think we're going to see a spike in Georgia that's going to blow us away. And if we don't see that spike, then Governor Kemp was right. Now in Georgia, I think we're going to see a spike in Georgia that's going to blow us away. And
Go ahead,
if we
Dre.
don't see that spike, then Governor Kemp was right. You there, Sal?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I see you back.
I was trying to, I think what I did was I changed one of my cables to get rid of echo. Did that get rid of echo, everybody?
Oh, we still got the echo going on.
Well, that's what they said on my end. Let me try to see. I changed one of my cables to get rid of echo. Did that get rid of echo, everybody?
Oh, we still got the echo going on.
Yeah, I think that made it better. That's me in the background. Did that make it better, everybody? Did that make it better? Did that make it better? Did that make it better?
You're going to echo? You're going to ask with an echo?
No, I'm saying. What I'm saying is, did that make it better, everybody? Did that get rid of the echo? The hustle never ends. Can somebody give me good now? They're saying good now, good now, good now. That's it?
Okay, good. Somebody take that microphone out your face.
No echo, okay.
Take that microphone out your face. There you go.
All right, do this real quick. Let me finish this. Go on the page. But this, you heard Black Dragon mention the toilet paper. You heard Black Dragon mention, all I'm saying is that I will never live in fear. I will never live in fear.
It's not about living in fear.
That's what they're preaching. The numbers,
far from living in fear.
Handle that. Let me get this together.
Handle what? Okay, so Big Cell's trying to get his audio together. To me, it's far from living in fear. The idea of people working together to solve a crisis, and that working together calls for a sacrifice on your part, and the sacrifice right now is financial, and the sacrifice is emotional, and the sacrifice is being by yourself. That's not fear. That's not being afraid. It's working together. Living in fear is, if someone tells you to turn your smoke detector on at night. Oh, I'm not going to live in fear of the place catching on fire. That, to me, that's not fear. That's That's intelligent living. That's doing what it takes to make things happen. Daniel Lycap, one of my good friends, says I'm funny.
John, I mean, but understand this. This is what I'm saying. Okay, I'm back. Corona 19. You say China they done with it. Some other states are done with it. Here will be done with it. My thing is this: any disease that Lysol and Purell, can fix, yeah. How real serious is it? I don't want to get into.
Well, it's not serious floating around into the environment. It's actually a weak disease, like coronaviruses are, until it gets off in your ass, and then unless unless we can put some detergent in us. I've heard that mentioned that maybe we can put some sort of Purell inside our bodies that might help us. But unless you can put some Purell in your ass, once it gets in your ass, then it becomes a mighty virus for some people. Some people, it doesn't become a mighty virus at all. Some people never even show any effects of it at all. They're not affected. They're what we call asymptomatic. But other people, especially people in my category that have high blood pressure, gout, liver disease, heart disease, diabetes, those kinds of people, it gets in, especially among African-American folks, because we're the ones in the country that have the most of that.
Stop saying it. Because see, this is what I'm trying to tell you.
No, I'm not stopping saying that. That's the truth. The numbers say that.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you.
What you gonna tell me? The numbers are a lie? Some of y'all do that.
So you said the
numbers are a lie.
The numbers are truly a lie.
Okay.
The numbers are truly, truly, truly a lie. And this is the thing. If, and Lord forbid, let me say this, and I got to say this with caution because I don't want to offend nobody. If your health was already declining and you were already, per se, on the way out.
That's me.
Okay.
That's me. You're describing me right now.
Most likely a flu, the flu, not the COVID, but a flu would have done the same thing.
Absolutely.
You agree?
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. In fact,
so the people that are and I gotta be careful when I say this. So the people that are dying, John, the people that are dying, are they dying because of are they dying because of COVID? Or are they dying because of the underlying health?
A combination, absolutely a combination.
Okay, so
which is why your ass is walking around trying to get skinny now.
That's right. No, I'm trying to get healthier. Skinny.
Okay, well, my thing, I say get skinny, healthy, obviously. Listen, man. Here's the thing. I started practicing for COVID virus long before there was a COVID virus. My doctor told me about 2 or 3 years ago, hey, bro, if you don't get your shit together, the flu is going to take your ass out.
Okay, so this one.
So for me, there was a regimen. So you got to get a flu shot.
Say, John, what I'm telling you is the pandemic that we had with the COVID. Yes, the COVID came and hit us. We was new. We had to learn it. We had to get it together. But and again, I can't say this without because I don't want nobody to say that I'm being insensitive. But just think this: the COVID and the bad health. The flu and the bad health, would it have not done the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we both agree that it would have been the same. It would have been the same effect. We both agree that it would have been the same effect. All I'm saying, John, all I'm saying is this: is that when you listen to the news and when you listen to the numbers, they're scary. They're super duper duper scary. When are you going to give us the news? When are you going to give us the story of, hey, we are fighting this thing. Hey, we are beating this thing. Hey, for the people that are adhering to the rules, thank you. For the people that are not going outside, thank you. For the people that are wearing masks, thank you. Because let me tell you this. Again, I had to go out the other day for essentials. okay, to go find some essentials and get it together. And I said this, I was at Lowe's on Camp Creek. If it was 100 people in Lowe's, only 3 people had masks on. Hear what I'm telling you. If it was 100 people in Lowe's, only 3 people had masks on. Now,
in Georgia.
Now, yeah. So now listen. Before Georgia was open, when it was on so-called lockdown, the numbers were still the same as the people not respecting the COVID. Again, John, if you wash your hands, you sanitize your hands and sanitize your surroundings, I sanitize my hand and sanitize my surroundings, and we both wear masks, I don't give a dang where we are. We are killing the COVID by 80%. We are doing everything we can to kill it. If we're doing all 3, masks, sanitizing our hands, giving each other the 6 feet distance, then that is the
well, that helps, but that's not it's like if you don't want to get pregnant, you can have an IUD. You can have an IUD. You can the man can use a prophylactic, and you can have your tubes tied, and you are 98% effective. But there's still 2% of those folks that still come up pregnant. The only 100% way, unless you're the Virgin Mary, the only 100% way not to have a baby is not to have sex. That's the 100% prophylactic, unless you were the Virgin Mary, who is the only person in the world we know of that had a baby without any sex. Other than that, you can't have a baby if you don't have sex. It's not that way. You're right. You've done about 80 to 90% of what you can do. There's only one thing you can do more, and that's keep your ass in the house. How does
it keep your ass in the house thing? Listen to what I'm saying. Okay. So I stay in the house. I no longer live. Because this is the thing, and I'm gonna say this with no disrespect to you, but apparently you have to be fully retired.
No.
Okay.
So, you do have to have a money source. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. So you're saying that all of the essential workers that have to go out and protect your ass, that have to go out and protect you, whether they're a fireman, whether they're a police officer, whether they're a nurse, a doctor, whatever they may be essential. You're saying that they have no chance of surviving Corona because they're not staying in the house.
No, I said, like you said, they probably have done 98% of what they can do.
But is that fair? Is that fair to a husband or a wife that has an essential worker?
No, it's not fair. And
but
it's not fair for a military person to go out and risk his life on a combat field.
The only thing I will say about my military personnel is that they signed up for that.
And if you are a person that signed up to be a police officer, you signed up for that. If you are an essential, you signed up to be an essential. You knew the job was dangerous before you took it.
Hands down. Firemen, police officer,
nurse, and hotel workers and restaurateurs
hotel workers didn't sign up to be essential workers. They did not sign up.
If you're working at Waffle House right now, you're an essential worker.
Man, listen. Okay. All right. So.
Right. Are you not?
No, I disagree. A Waffle House worker is not an essential worker.
Well, they're feeding us. And if they weren't feeding us, we wouldn't be eating.
You need to be feeding your goddamn, you need to be feeding yourself. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's if the COVID-19 has not taught you to settle down, get it together, learn how to cook, learn how to spend time with your family, learn how to spend time with your space that you're in. You feel what I'm saying? Let this go, let that go, tighten this up, tighten that up. If the COVID-19 hasn't taught you that, then again, you lost the whole entire message.
America is really kind of spoiled. If over in Europe right now, over in some countries, one of my guys says, we've been on, my guy Snake says, we've been on quarantine since 17th of March. Catch someone over 65 years old outside during the day, it's an automatic $1,300 fine or jail. Total quarantine from 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. See, some people ain't playing with this stuff.
Well, and I agree. Just like in California right now. I don't know if you know this, but in California, if you get caught in public, anybody, I don't care if you're 3 years old or 300 years old, If you get caught in public right now without a mask on your face, that's $1,000 fine, first time, second time, a year punishable in jail. I totally 1,000% agree. Hands down. Again, my campaign is helmet off, mask up. I have no problem with us coming together, respecting each other. I have no problem with that. When we come together, hey, how you doing, bro? We good? We can ride our motorcycles. We can hang. We can do all the things that we want to do. But we're gonna respect each other's space, put a mask on, and disinfect whatever we can to whatever we touch. Because that is the only thing that's gonna kill it. Staying in the house is not gonna kill the coronavirus. You can do all those things, and I'm gonna say this: stay in the house, do all of it, and the first time you come out of the house, get hit by a drunk driver. that was not staying in the house with your ass. He was out doing whatever he wanted to do. And again, ladies and gentlemen, my thing is this: I'm just against the fear. I'm against the terror. I'm against the, oh my goodness, this is the worst thing ever, and it's not. Hands down, it's not.
Well, it's not if you're not infected, but to those 54. Okay, the numbers aren't real. The numbers aren't real. Okay, well,
the numbers aren't real.
Maybe it's not 54,000. Maybe it's 20,000. But if you're part of the 20,000 dead folks, maybe it's 5,000. If you're part of the 5,000 dead folks, you're not doing so well. You know,
and I agree, but just like anything,
it's not a blessing to you.
Understand this: your son or your daughter being killed in military, in overseas or in the war in military is not a blessing. But was it a blessing when he went to the military? Was it an
could have been for me? It was a blessing.
Okay, listen. When he enlisted, it was a blessing. When he
it
decided
got me out of the hood. It got me out of. It kept me from going to prison.
So now you go over there and you get killed. Now it's not a blessing. But that was the dangerous option. That was the option, and that was the dangers of it all when you signed up for it. It's the same thing with COVID-19. If your person, because this is the thing, if everybody do their part, and you come around me, have your mask on. Because I've said it, and I'm gonna say it again on your show, and I made this announcement on my show. Big Cell has COVID-19. I have it.
Yeah, you have to act that way. You absolutely have to live your life.
Thank you. So if you know I got COVID-19 and you bring your ass around me without a mask on, then that's your dumb ass fault.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Absolutely.
Hands down.
So so let's get back to your message today. Your message today is helmets off, masks on. You feel like we can do everything that we were doing before as long as you have that mask on.
We can do everything that we were doing before, but now you have to be conscious of respecting a person's space, respecting the fact that, hey, I don't want to give you nothing and I don't want to receive nothing. And we are going to start being more proactive in taking care of washing our hands and disinfecting this and disinfecting that. Other than that, John, what changes? Us staying away from each other is not appropriate for us as people, because understand this, like me and you have found a way to communicate via video, we talk, chat on the phone, the whole 9 yards. That's fine. That is super duper fine. But understand this, I don't have a problem with you pulling up to my house on your motorcycle and I'm gonna come out and greet you, or if you decide to come in, as long as you're not offended by me saying, hey, wash your hands, let me spray you down, and then let's chat. As long as you don't have a problem with that, come fuck with me. Because you gotta understand this. The problem I got with how everybody is treating this whole entire disease is silly, because a can of Lysol, and I'm gonna say this again, toilet paper and everything else has become more effective than God, than your belief in whoever it is that you believe.
Oh no, come on now.
I'm telling you, you got people.
Here's what I have to say to that, because I've even had this in my own family with I have some religious zealots in my own family. Nothing's going to protect me more than God, and I'll walk out there if I feel like it. And here's the deal: even in the Passover, you had some rules you had to follow in order to be passed over by the plague. It wasn't just that you believed in God; you had some things you had to do. You had to get behind doors and I can't remember all the things. I think you had to put a symbol up on the door, something you had to do so that the angel of the Lord would pass you by. And we have some things that we have to do to survive this Passover.
I agree.
Like put on your damn mask and stay inside and don't go out and some other things like that. These are the things that we have to do. There were some rules put out to pass over to be passed over. And we've seen some of our brothers out there who have refused to believe that fat meat is greasy, and they have been slapped in the face with it and gotten sick as hell. Some of them who are no longer with us anymore. And you say the numbers are a lie. Maybe the numbers
they did it because they didn't believe fat meat was greasy. Because let me tell you.
Well, I've seen them. I've seen them on videos. Though we don't give a damn about coronavirus.
And I asked this question the other day. Has anybody that you know healthy died from COVID?
Yes.
Who? That was perfectly healthy?
Well, I don't know if they were perfectly healthy or not. They were fat, so maybe they weren't healthy. But I have known several people to die from it.
Okay.
At this point. Now, did they have underlying health issues? I don't know. Well, some of them probably did.
One person that I know close to me, and that is my neighbor. My neighbor's son, who was a doctor in New York. He is a doctor in New York. He was on the front line. He caught it, and eventually he passed away. And that's R.I.P. to my Mr. Green's son. But he was a doctor on the front line in New York at the height of it all, and he just recently passed away because he infected. He got contracted with the COVID. Perfectly healthy dude, the whole 9 yards. But he was in the direct war zone of the
but he got a taste of it. He got caught with, I mean, and then one of my buddies, a brother here in town, in one of it used to be one of the more famous fight clubs in town. They've kind of fallen off a little bit, but he has had, I don't know, 4 or 5 open heart surgeries. He's only got 5% of his heart working. He's got diabetes, high blood pressure. The doctors told him there's nothing we can do for your heart. You're going to die because you only have 5% of your heart working. He got COVID, and that SOB lived.
Thank you.
He survived COVID with all those pre-existing injuries and pre-existing conditions. So, God will reach out and help you, but most people in his condition didn't survive. So I don't know what to say about something like that. Miracles
so the best
happen.
thing we can do is not preach fear, preach survival.
Not preach fear, but I don't think it's fear.
It's fear, John.
Every
time you turn the news on, today 30,000 more people died from COVID. Today 5,000 more people died.
What do you want them to say?
Turn the news and say, hey,
turn the news. I mean, what do you want them to say?
Turn the news on and say, hey, man, we are in this thing together. We are fighting this thing today.
Well, that's what Mayor Cuomo's doing every day. He comes on, That's what Governor Cuomo's doing every day. He comes on and gives the good and the bad. Hey, man, we're flattening the curve. Looks like we're beating this. We're not there yet, but we're flattening the curve.
Awesome dude. I've been following him. Awesome dude. And that's all I'm saying, man. We always live. I'm just not a person that's gonna live in fear. That's just me, hands down. Y'all, I love y'all. This COVID shit is real.
And my buddy Daniel Lightcap says, if it's your time, it's your time.
Totally agree.
Boy, we could go out on that if that's the case, why brush your teeth? If it's your time for your teeth to fall out, they'll fall out.
Well, I know people. I know, like I told my wife. My wife is 45 years old. She went and got braces on her teeth. I told her, at 45 years old, what are you getting braces so that you make sure your teeth fall out straight? You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just saying.
Well, if it's something that bothered her whole life, and she's 45 and can afford braces, it's time to get them. I say put them on, Queen.
I totally.
If you want your teeth straight, Queen, I want your teeth straight.
Do your thing. Me personally, if I decide to pick these old raggedy ass tooth of mine, they'll get fixed. But in the meantime, I'm gonna live my life accordingly.
It's not gonna stop you from eating one steak, is what you're trying to say.
At all. Not 1 steak, 2 steaks, 3 steaks, 4. You understand what I'm saying? The only thing that stops me from eating steak now is that I'm trying to be healthy. I'm trying to live better. I'm trying to be a better person. I'm understanding now that I have to protect my dynasty as best as I can and leave the rest to to the gods, to the people above me. And that's all. The same thing with this COVID. For me and mine, put your helmet on. When you take your helmet off, put your mask on. If you're going outside,
do that. Tell me what since you believe we can all get out and ride and have a good time, and we can do what we do. You think it's okay? It's okay to put a mask on. You're in favor of opening up Georgia.
totally.
You're in favor of going back out. You're in favor of getting haircuts and massages.
Hold on. Again, because this one, I don't agree with that. The haircuts and massages and all that, that's not essential. But let me say this. What I did was, when this COVID thing hit, I went and ordered my own goddamn barbershop. I ordered all the clippers, trimmers, shavers, and my new barber now is the Queen. That is my new barber, the Queen. So
and you see me, I have refused. You can look at my hair. I have refused to go to the barber, period, whatsoever.
And again,
this is it. This is what I'm looking like right now.
If that's what you need to do to save you, then so be it.
I'm gonna have an afro soon.
This picture that I have up right now, ladies and gentlemen, to me, is one of the hardest pictures of 2020. It is a picture saying, hey, we're gonna MC and we're gonna beat this COVID-19 thing. We are going to destroy this thing by social distancing, putting our mask on, but we still gonna ride our motorcycle. Because for me, riding my motorcycle is life. Period, point blank. It is life.
And some people would say that this picture is absolutely crazy. And this picture is absolutely what you don't want to do. You're putting yourself in unnecessary harm's way. And for what? This is what some people would say.
Hey, man. Again, and they have a right to look at it how they want to look at it. 2020, COVID-19, biggest blessing so far this year.
2020, COVID-19, the scourge of the earth. The modern day pandemic will be talked about in history and written in biblical kind of studies for decades and centuries to come. One of the most fearful things that ever struck humanity, a invisible, silent murderer that you don't know anything about, and it's going to be a lot of dead people before we find out. Exactly. It reminds me of that.
Isn't it true that the
COVID virus has not yet,
the pandemic of the flu has not killed more people? The flu has still killed more people than COVID-19.
Well, the flu is about yes, that's true.
Okay.
But what is true is
yearly,
the rate of infection.
We're talking about yearly.
Yeah.
So far today, the flu has still killed more people than
absolutely.
COVID-19.
But you gotta go back to the numbers. Why is that?
Why is it that the flu has killed more people than the coronavirus? The flu, goddamn. I hate it when people call me over and over and over again. They just took me offline on your channel.
Yeah, I see it.
Let me see if I
but let me say this though. Let me say this. And to my boy, the barber, the barber says, so are y'all going to help these barbers that are out of work? No. Let me say this to my barber.
Add me back to your broadcast.
Let me say this to the barber. Okay.
All right.
You have no picture up though. I don't know why. It's you're there, but your picture is not there. So let me say this to the barber. I totally agree with opening up the barbershops. When it first opened, everybody was saying, well, you show me a barber that can cut somebody's hair 6 feet away. What I will show you is a barbershop that has closed every other station, made sure that every individual has their 6 feet, that's made sure that their station, their chair, and everything has been disinfected and light wiped down. I will show you a barbershop that can.
Yeah, but that's crazy.
Hold on, no, it's not. Let me tell you, because again, John, if as a barber I got on gloves and my equipment is sanitized, my area is sanitized, and I have on the mask, you have on the mask, you have on gloves, I have on gloves. You show me where the coronavirus is at in that picture.
Well, since we don't really even know how the coronavirus is passed.
We do know how the coronavirus is spread. We do know that. It's spread through things that you touch. It's spread through coming out of your mouth. It's spread through ingestion. If you breathe in, if somebody is within your 6 feet and they cough, the corona.
You don't have your eye. It also gets into your eyes. You don't have your eye. I've seen you put on eye goggles. You're supposed to have those on too, bro.
I haven't heard about the eye thing. So now.
Oh, well, eyes, nose, and mouth. I also can get into your ear. Eyes, ears, nose, and throat. Come on now.
I didn't hear nothing. If anybody else heard about the eyes, please say. This is the first person I've ever heard.
Oh my goodness!
If corona can get into your eyes.
Yes, of course. Come on.
I mean, are you saying maybe because I touched something and then I rub my eye? Is that what you're saying, or just out about with no glasses on? Corona?
No, you walk because the spittle, the droplets can also enter your eyes. That's another entry point. So you're supposed to have your nose piece, your mouthpiece on, and you're supposed to have your eye. I wear my shooting glasses when I'm up there. You need to be thinking tactical. That's why you need to follow my Think Tactical channel.
So there we go again. So now with the 6 feet thing, then that becomes more prevalent. But if I'm a barber, this is what I'm trying to tell you. If I'm a barber, I don't have a retirement. I don't have, some of them got unemployment, can qualify, whatever they don't have. I have a skill. This skill pays my entire family. You guys asked me to shut it down for a little while.
Yeah, I think the government needs to put the money. I mean, they've been taking our money for years and years and years and decades, and they've got our money sitting in banks and everything. And they need to give our money back to us so we can sit at home and stop giving it to these damn corporations and give the money to us. Stop bailing out
and again, I just
the airplane company.
That's just more scary
and give us our money back so we can sit home for 6 weeks.
I haven't heard
8 weeks.
say nothing about eyes and ears.
Well, check it out, bro. You know I'm right. You know I wouldn't be wrong. You better be thinking tactical. You're not thinking tactical.
More scare tactic, because next thing I'm gonna be telling you that at a traffic light, if you sit at a traffic light longer than 45 seconds, that's the corona. I don't know.
Well, I'm afraid of if I sit at the traffic light and my windows are down and you pull up next to me bumping and I can smell your weed in my car. If I can smell your weed in my car, are your germs over here too?
No.
You don't know that.
I know that for a fact.
You don't know that.
Germs and weed don't travel hand in hand. You're not going to get germs. This is some weed. Let's follow this weed.
Well, maybe it's rolling on the weed cloud. I don't know.
If I know we, on your channel, they don't know you smoke weed. So but if we puff
I absolutely don't smoke weed.
if we puff past.
Oh Lord.
Then we talking about germs, and we talking about corona, and we talking about everything else. All I'm saying is this, man. All I'm saying is this. Again, hands down, the fear thing, I'm not with the fear.
I'm not with the fear either. I'm not afraid.
When I go out this house, for whatever reason, and I have cut back drastically. I have cut back so drastically, it's not even funny. I only go outside now when I have to go outside, check on my parents, and some other stuff. But riding my motorcycle is essential for me. It just hands down.
Oh man, stop it!
I'm just telling you some real.
Is your motorcycle your only mode of transportation?
Oh yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You have a car, bro. Your family got a car.
Yeah, my family
your wife got a car. You ride. I've seen you drive. I saw you when you got it. You had the pictures all up of it and stuff.
Listen, man. Listen. Let me tell you this, man.
It's not. It's a hobby. It's a hobby for you. It might be the way you make your living. It's the way you make your living. I'll give you that.
Okay, but even what I'm saying though, put your mask on, sanitize, and give me my 6 feet, and we can function all day together. But what I'm not going to do is just because outside is open, because understand that outside has never been closed. Outside has always been open. Right. So because outside is open, what I'm not going to do is go to Popeyes and stand in line behind 7 other people talking about, let me get a 2-piece and the biscuits covered in Corona. I'm not going to do that. What I'm not going to do is come to your restaurant. Because see, some of the things are silly. Because now you want me to come into your restaurant. I understand you sanitize the table. I understand you sanitize the chairs. The area been sprayed down. But what about the shit going on in the back? The food, the handlers, the food that came in. Because you do know the plates, the napkins, the fork, all that shit came from China. All that stuff came from China. So you disinfected the table, but you brought me a plate that was full of Corona. You understand what I'm saying? Now it's the same thing with the to-go stuff. Well, with the to-go food, I done pulled it to the drive-thru. Yeah. I'm in my car. I'm safe and sound. My hands are sanitized. You hand me my food. The bag got Corona on it. I ain't no telling when he flipped the burger. He said the spatula in Corona and flipped my burger with the Corona spatula. The whole 9 yards.
Yeah, but your hot burger now, your hot burger can't have Corona on it because Corona can't live on the 165 degree burger.
Okay, it might have been.
But it could live on the lettuce.
Yeah, the lettuce, the fries. So he hand me that, and I go on by my business and I bite into a full Corona burger.
That's a possibility. So you should be cooking your own food. Yeah.
So that's why, again, if you haven't learned nothing, to get your ass out, go buy your food, or start cooking, or start paying attention, and to give yourself the best possible chance at living, then that's on you.
Well, my buddy Finn from the Black Forest over in Germany says, and I quote, "At last, it's about if you protect you, then you protect all."
Thank you.
Because a coronavirus outbreak anywhere is a coronavirus outbreak everywhere. And it is your responsibility to protect us worldwide by keeping your black butt in the house.
Just like my man Byron Ford said. My man Byron Ford said, you can't eat with a mask on. you got to lift the mask on and take a bite. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You said when you eat or drink in public, you don't need to pull your mask down.
Eat before you leave. You understand me?
Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying, man. So,
and my boy Daniel Lightcap, you know, you and him, y'all get along so well. He's been tearing me up, man. And
no, all I'm saying, bro, is this: come out the house, man. You know what I'm saying? Get out, get some sun. You feel what I'm saying? Do your thing. You know, put your mask on, put your gloves on, wash your hands, sanitize. Keep some of this. I got, a bunch of this shit, the hand sanitizer and all the rest of that shit. And just come on outside, man. Because outside is cool. It's cool outside. There's a lot of shit going on outside. A lot of people outside want to see you.
Daniel said, what about his white ass? I guess it's all our asses.
It's
like
white, Daniel. White ass, black ass, Asian ass, Puerto Rican ass, you know what I'm saying? Navajo ass. You know what I'm saying? So again, ladies and gentlemen, I love you guys. And I know we've talked about this. It's been conversation after conversations. I still will say this, and I love this picture. I'm going to be in love with this picture. This picture should be the poster for coronavirus, period. This should be the picture that they show for all coronavirus situations, hands down. It should be the picture, period, point blank. That's it. That picture right there. Shout out to Rare Breed.
Shout out to Rare Breed.
I appreciate it.
And so glad that you got well, Snowman. Prez, so glad you got well.
In the world right now in the corona. I need to send that to CDC and say, hey, make this your poster. Period.
Well, listen, it's just been a pleasure talking to you today. As always, Daddy-O, I always appreciate you for everything you've done and everything you helped me with and taught me. And you are one of the main reasons I'm sitting here behind this microphone today. So I just want to publicly tell you I love you and I thank you so much for all that you've done for me. I appreciate it. And listen, you've got that thing going on down in Tampa. What else you got coming up?
For me, most part, man, I'm like I said, I'm gonna ride my motorcycle. I'm going to the West Coast, man. I miss my family, miss my folks on the West Coast. So I'll be in LA next month, headed that way to hang out for a week or two. Other than that, man, I got Tampa coming up, and don't forget we got Sturgis. Also, they asked about your RV spot. If you still want it, you need to get that under control. I'll get with you on that. But anyway, so we got Sturgis. We still got space available for Sturgis. Now, I sent you the thing with Sturgis. Did you? What they're considering before they open up Sturgis?
No.
Oh, let me show you this. Let me see something. Where is this at? It is here. And let me read this to you, because this was this to me was. I love Sturgis for this because so now let's talk about numbers. Let me show you numbers. Let me when you talk about numbers, let me show you numbers. Let me show you how if you want to be transparent, let me show you how you put the numbers out. Let me read this to you real quick. Okay. And this is awesome to me. This is from the city of Sturgis, South Dakota. This was wrote on April the 23rd at 5:03 p.m. April 23rd, 2020, Sturgis, South Dakota. The Sturgis City Council has prepared a set of protocols that will be used when making the decision to hold or cancel the upcoming City of Sturgis motorcycle rally, scheduled for August 7th through the 16th, 2020. This decision will be under consideration because of the widespread COVID-19 pandemic. Here's where I want y'all to understand this. When you talk about numbers, Sturgis gave up true numbers. Consideration for the rally in 2020. Before hosting any event, the city must be reasonably ensured that it will not levy an undue burden on the health of our residents and our health care services. Nearly every year, corporations in America greatly reduce travel and trade shows. If the rally is held, there will likely be a great reduction in the number of major corporate exhibitors, along with smaller vendors who also will be hesitant to travel. Beyond the additional revenue for 43% of our residents, broken down below this, awesome. Many of our businesses are heavily dependent upon the rally revenue. If the event is not held, we anticipate significant negative impacts up to and including foreclosures for our communities, restaurants, hotels, Main Street gift shops, and hospitality industries, including pet services. Any closure will likely take years to be replaced by a new business. This is true in neighboring communities throughout the Black Hills. Many of the smaller vendors rely upon the City of Sturgis Motorcycle Rally for the bulk of their annual profit. If the event is not held, they may not be able to make it into the next year. Now, here is where I love about this, John. The impact of the rally. The City of Sturgis hosts the state's single largest tourism event. The 79th annual rally generated $655,090,000. $655 million of direct spending by visitors for the Sturgis rally. This is what you want them to give up.
Yeah.
$665,509,000 in additional indirect spending.
How is that more? How is one penny of that worth more than anybody's life?
Hold on now.
That's a question.
$15,000. No. What I'm telling you is this. This is what they're considering. They already told you we're going to consider the health and welfare of our community first and of our visitors. We're going to consider the health and welfare even of our facilities that may even have to try to even handle and or deal with this pandemic. But we want y'all to understand in this consideration also are these numbers. You're asking us to give up $1 billion in for 1 week worth of revenue for the corona. Hold on now. $615,116
in funding. I'm telling you, I don't give a damn about your money. None of it's worth it. Matter of fact, my girl Darcel Albert Meadows here says, yes, the flu has killed more people, but look at the time frame of the rate of death. My nails are ragged, my hair is wild, and my eyebrows look like rattlers. But nothing is more important than my life. No work, totally no school. Where are we going to go? Where are we going?
That part. So that's what I'm saying. It's staying. It's what I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is I'm rebuttaling what you're saying is that if we don't stay in the house, we'll die. That's not the case. That's not the case about staying in the house.
Well, and the rebuttal is if we don't make this money, we're going to lose our businesses.
No. It's not even about the money, John.
What's it about, bro?
It's about understanding the coronavirus. We understand it now. It's not new. It's now you guys just do this. Now you can get into your ears and your eyes. That's brand new. That's
not brand new. That's not brand new.
It's brand new to me. Today is the first day I heard about it. But anyway, so now it's because at first it wasn't airborne. Now, if that's the case, it's airborne. Or a motherfucker sneeze and cause this big ass cloud of coronavirus smoke or whatever, and you just walk through it, poof, and you just accidentally walk through. Now it'll grabbing your ears, your eyes, Come on, man. What you guys are saying is ridiculous, man, to me. But hey, it is what it is, man. Hold on 1 second. All right. Caller, are you calling about the show, caller? Hold on. Caller, state your name. Where you calling from?
This is I Guy calling from Louisiana.
What you got, I Guy? What you got, Daddy-O?
Look. So virus can be detected in the tear film 21 days after a negative test. You can get coronavirus without.
Thank you.
How do you get it? How do you get it? Is it air? You get it in the air, or you get it through somebody sneezing on you?
You get it, it's airborne. If somebody has it, you breathe, you're within those 50 feet.
Oh,
you can get it through the tear film and get coronavirus.
So again, if I got a mask on, and you got a mask on, is my eyes safe?
No.
They still not safe?
You have to wear. No, you have to wear eye protection always.
Oh man. So you just said that you get it through breath, through somebody breathing.
Airborne is floating around, and we're not sure how many people. And the problem is the people that do not are asymptomatic, and that's why they're talking about doing all this trace testing, like who were you in contact with and who those people were in contact with.
But they've been doing that from the beginning. That's
no, they haven't been doing adamant trace testing. No, they have not. And so the problem is, you're in a grocery store getting your essential items. Not everybody has a mask on. They could be asymptomatic. As soon as they breathe out and you walk through there, you can catch it.
Right through your eyes.
Wow. All right. So that means again, that means all my essential workers. You're an essential worker. My wife is an essential worker. Yeah. My wife don't wear. Nobody in her department wears goggles or glasses or anything like that. So you're saying that they should be wearing. So the president of the United States, who's on TV every 5 minutes with his dumb ass, he should be wearing glasses too. Okay. Well, I mean that's what y'all said.
We masked up. Everyone is masked up, and we have protection. If you notice, in the hospital, all those doctors, nurses, respiratory therapists all wear masks and face shields. Why is that? You don't want to get that anywhere around your face or eye.
Yours is there.
Okay. No, but you won't believe me.
I'm still not believing.
You got to have one of your people.
This is my partner.
That's one of your.
And I got it. But
one of your folks there.
That's one of my. This is my dude. You understand me? This is my partner. That's why he called in.
I'm glad you got somebody on your side.
All I'm saying is this: is that again,
we're going to listen to the Black Dragon. I can't be heard.
No. It's not about being heard. And again, I just told you I fucks with him, and I still have my own understanding in the whole 9 yards. Again, so now we got to wear earmuffs, goggles, and masks.
No, you just clean your ears out with alcohol. It's not.
I'm saying you got to wear earmuffs, goggles, and masks.
I'm looking for this nurse. If this
ain't boy, okay. I appreciate the call, I got.
Thank you, I guy. And eye guy. No wonder, eye guy. He knows about the eyes.
That's it. Oh, he's a doctor.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's a real life, real in the field, real essential worker dude out there doing his thing. So that's what it is. But anyway, I've said enough.
I've had a doctor agree with me today. I'm the Black Eminem.
Dang. You know what I'm saying?
I want Greg Street to make a thing calling me the Black Eminem. I'm taking Black Eminem from
you. Can't get that. You can't get that. You can't get that. Only I get that. Hold on. Anyway, there it is.
I wanted to hear the Black Eminem part because you're no longer the Black Eminem.
Yes, I am.
No. I'm afraid not.
All right, well, listen. There it is there, ladies and gentlemen. We got our difference of opinions. My thing of it is be safe. Wash your hands, wash your ass, watch what you touch, wipe it down. You feel me? Cover it up. Mask on, helmet off, mask on.
Yeah.
6 feet, give me my space, and we good to go.
Yes.
That's all I can tell you.
And my message is stay in the house. Stay there. It's not time to come out yet. We still got a nationwide pandemic going on. The numbers in Georgia have not gone down. The numbers have actually gone up.
No, they haven't. So we don't know. Since you opened up Georgia, the numbers have went up.
Well, we're not on the downside of our curve yet. They think that they are in New York, but our numbers are still going up. And you can disbelieve this all you want, and the folks are lying. Those numbers are a lie. Okay, well, they're the only numbers I got right now. I don't have any testing, so.
Are you going to be tested?
At the minute they open up testing for people that don't have symptoms, my black ass will be there.
Man,
they got throat testing, they got nose testing. I want the antibody test.
If they got to point a gun at a laser and say, don't test me for shit.
Period. Why wouldn't you want to? I mean, knowing
because I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good, man. By knowing, you can know how to protect folks or not protect folks. By knowing is everything.
Keep your ass out of my space. Put a mask on and wash your hands. That's how I protect myself.
No, knowing is everything, bro.
I got you. Huh? Yeah. Just like when the doctor tell you got 5 days to live and you end up living 5 years.
Doctors doing they do the best they can. They're not, medicine is a practice. So, I can't hold the doctor. Oh, you didn't know everything. No, well, nobody knows everything. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. I got it right here. Let's do this. I am going to, let me see if I can do this. Hold on a second, Big So. I'm going to play this that this lady said. I wonder if my folks could hear it.
Another fear preacher.
No, actually. Okay. Let me do this again. Let me come back to you. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this. This lady tells you how to clean clean up your face and stuff. Just listen to the old. She's an old nurse from Jamaica or something. You got to hear her because she knows what the hell she's talking about. We'll listen to her. Hold on a second. Oh, that's the wrong one. Here we go.
If she's saying something, we don't hear her on this end.
You don't hear her?
No, she may be on your channel, but they don't hear her on mine.
Oh, rats.
Yeah, because she probably ain't saying nothing no way. Anyway, listen, man, just brought out today your ears and your eyes.
Okay, hold on. So obviously your folks couldn't. Yeah, your folks couldn't see that, hear that on your end. Basically, it's a old lady. I'm going to send this video to you. You need to play this for your people. It's an old RN that's retired telling you how to clean your face underneath your nose, clean your nostrils and your ears, and wipe underneath your eyes and stuff with an alcohol pad. And this will, if you have coronavirus floating around on your face, especially if you've been touching your face, this is a way to clean it. And she talks about this as being an old nurse. She knows what the hell she's talking about, and you don't. That's why we want to listen to her, because she is somebody says you guys have your audio messed up.
We probably call the station name. Where you calling from?
Oh, Big Show, this is Helene Wortham.
What's going on, Miss Helene?
Hey, Miss Helene.
How you doing?
What's
wow.
Going on?
Big Chief, how you doing, Black Dragon?
Man, it's been a long time since I've heard from you.
Yeah, I've been working a lot. Just working, trying to get things taken care of.
Hey, do you have your ears and your eyes covered up? Do you know what I'm saying? Because if not, I don't want to see nothing you got to see or hear nothing you got to say, because you got to be contagious.
I have everything covered.
Go ahead, Lena.
let me tell you something. I caught the corona.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
Because I'm a nurse, and one thing that happened to us on our job, that our job wouldn't provide us with masks, it wouldn't provide us with gowns and everything. And a few of us caught it. One of my coworkers died from it. 8 people are in the hospital for my job right now. 2 of them are on ventilators. When I caught it, I self-quarantined. These are some symptoms that they don't tell you about. I didn't have it in my lungs. When you cough, they said you're going to have shortness of breath and stuff like that, and a high fever. I didn't have it, but I had neurological changes. I couldn't smell nothing. I couldn't taste nothing. Everything just felt real funny to me and tasted funny. I couldn't eat nothing. I experienced soreness in my neck, shoulders, back, and everything. Blood pressure went through the roof. Black Dragon, watch out for this, okay? Because I have high hypertension and all that too. My blood pressure went sky high, almost to the point where I thought I was having a stroke. And all I can tell you is, self-quarantine, be safe out there. It was no joke. I was nauseous, I was vomiting, I had diarrhea, everything. I lost 27 pounds having this. It was nothing to play with, and I'm telling you, it snapped my soul. I laid up in this bed, Big Dog. I listened to you when I was laying in this bed sick. And I tell you, you gave me strength, brother. You gave me strength. And I said, you know what? I had to start drinking Gatorade. I had to start drinking water. I had to get myself together because I wasn't gonna let this take me out.
That part.
I don't know what was put. I don't know what was put out in this air. I don't know if it was 5G, as they say, or whatever the case may be. But in my facility, 41 people died. We were having people dying on us left and right. 1 minute to fine, 2 hours later, they're calling me into the bedroom. Such and such passed away. I'm looking like, oh my God. Next thing you know, I'm doing a code on CPR on people. Did CPR on 6 people in one night. And it was unbelievable. Even the people that didn't provide us with the masks and gowns and everything like that, face shields, they ended up in the hospital. The same man that told us, oh, you don't have to worry about putting a mask on. All you have to do is wash your hands. He's in the hospital right now on a ventilator. On a ventilator. I told him, you guys get those bandanas out, do whatever you have to do and put them around your face. Do whatever you have to do. And that's what we did. And half my workers haven't even returned back to work yet.
So Ms. Let me ask you this, Alina. Let me ask you this. Being a survivor, what I'm saying is this. And I know it's serious, and I know that it's scary. The unknown is scary. But now that you know, do you have the same fear that you had when you caught it?
When I had it, we took it serious, but we didn't take it that serious until we started to see the numbers all over in New Jersey. We watched the numbers come from New York, North Jersey. The numbers were just coming down. It was just getting big all to North Jersey. It started to come down towards the shore. Then it started to come towards us. I'm towards Philadelphia. When those numbers started to come towards Philadelphia, we started to take a serious thing because it's coming our way. It just came all the way down to state Philadelphia, all the way down to Delaware like wildfire. But I take it serious now.
Okay.
But when I caught it, when they told us to mask up and everything, I just quarantined myself away from everybody. I would go from work, cook my own food, and go straight to work. I didn't stop at the stores or nothing like that. But I caught it at the facility I worked at. But I tried to stay away from people as much as I could before I caught it.
There it is there. Well, again, I love you. You better not have left me.
Amen.
Yeah. I'd have came back and got you. I'd have came back and got you and killed you myself. You understand?
How long did you have it for?
I was sick probably for around 15 days.
Oh my God.
7 days of it, I was miserable. I was miserable the first 7 days of it. And then I had to force myself to eat. I had to force myself to drink. I taste food, it tastes like it was metallic. It was horrible. But I had to make myself eat. But I like sweet stuff. The cookies and all that stuff taste good to me. I was a cookie eating fool. I don't care what I ate. I had to get something into my body. And then my taste buds started to return. But it was horrible.
Okay.
But the lungs and all that other stuff, watch out for that too. There's other sides of the symptoms also.
So you agree that you agree, or you guys agree? While you've been in the profession, you agree on that you can get in the ears and the eyes and all that too.
I don't know about the ears, but I believe maybe so the eyes, because I was dealing with people directly putting on CPAP masks and CPAP masks on people and stuff like that. You can get it. I guess you can. It's the first time I ever heard of that.
That's what I'm talking about.
My vision's fine though.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. But anyway.
Every day you hear something new though. So
every day they're gonna have more. Like I said, tomorrow my boy just texted me and said tomorrow don't stand by because tomorrow going out to the mailbox you're gonna catch corona. If you go to the mailbox you're gonna catch corona.
Man, y'all can joke about this all day long. You talking to a lady that just almost damn died.
And you talking to a lady that's in the field and say she don't know nothing about no ears and no eyes. She's in the field.
Oh, but you just talked to a doctor that.
Yeah.
It's the first time I heard about the ears and the eyes, but I wear glasses anyway.
So her eyes were protected the whole time, man.
Get out of here. Man, get out of here.
And she still got it.
I love you, man. We go wrap this thing up. So I love you.
All right. Thank you. It's nice to talk to you, God. I'm so glad you made it. God bless you. I miss you.
Okay. All right. So that's what it is, man. Anyway, but took up enough of y'all time. Dragon, I love you, but go outside, man. Don't sit in the house and fuck around and look like Michael Jackson when you come out. You feel what I'm saying? Don't let these people scare you into not coming out the house, man. Put your mask on, put your gloves on, keep you some disinfectant. You feel what I'm saying? But do not let the coronavirus be the reason your motorcycle don't get rolled again for a whole nother year. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Oh boy. Yeah, you're gonna ride to California, are you? We'll see how long it takes you to get there. You still think you're a rider of some kind?
Well, you can get in on this challenge that me, Snowman, and Smiley got. That me, Snowman, and Flacco got.
Y'all got some kind of challenge?
Yeah,
y'all want to be whooped? Is that what y'all want?
That's all. From Atlanta to Sacramento in less than 48 hours.
Oh, that's nothing but a thing, bro.
Boy, it took you 17 days to get to San Diego. You gonna get off my phone.
Boy, did you see that rain? Did you see that rain out there? Stop yourself.
I wouldn't give a damn what it was.
Come on, you're not the Black Eminem. Come on.
Anyway.
All right,
man, that's what it is, man. That's what it is, man. Hey, brother, I love you. Appreciate
love you too, bro.
Man.
Take care. Thanks for
y'all. Listen, man. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself today, man. Again, we shot the Willie Bobo. Helmet off, mask on is all I can tell you. Make sure you wash your hands. Make sure you be aware of your surroundings. You feel what I'm saying? But people, we got to do better. We got to put these masks on. We do. We got to stop breathing on people and put shit in the air, so people can walk through it. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to walk through your coronavirus air. Your coronavirus cloud of breath, whatever it may. I don't want to walk through that. So put a mask on. Be safe. Love y'all. And again, man, thank all the followers. If you follow me, if you listen to Black Dragon, for those who are on my channel that don't know Black Dragon, give me a channel information.
Black Dragon Biker TV on YouTube, Black Dragon Biker TV on Facebook, Black Dragon Biker TV on Instagram, Black Dragon Biker TV on Instagram TV. The Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos is our podcast, and BikerLiberty.com is our online news magazine. Hang out with us, get to know us. And for my people who don't know Big Cell, give them your information, bro.
Basically, mine is on YouTube, FHO Atlanta GA, and on all streaming platforms is Fast Harley's Only Podcast Radio or FHO Podcast Radio. All right? That is what it is. That is what we have. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. You guys have been wonderful today. And I hope we were able to at least get some type of this information to you guys. And again, it's a debatable thing. All I'm going to say is don't live your life in fear. Be careful of your surroundings. Put your mask on. Don't be breathing on nobody. Don't let nobody breathe all on you. And again, we're going to all pray that Black Dragon will get the strength to come outside and to maybe get a haircut or something, because he don't want to go to the salon. But that's what it is, man. I love y'all. And again, don't forget Full Face Helmet or Nothing. It's going down right here on FHO Podcast Radio. Again, thanks to my host, my guest, my partner, Black Dragon. We're going to keep on doing this thing, man. Y'all stay tuned tonight. I will be back tonight. I have a podcast tonight talking, we're going to be talking to these presidents who think they really run shit and you don't run nothing. You understand me?
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about tonight.
What's the name of it going to be?
Presidents don't run shit.
Oh, I like that. I might have to do that one myself.
Anyway, man, you guys enjoy yourself, man. It's your boy Big Cell FHOH, and I'll see I'm in the building, man. I'll holler at y'all later on, man. For real, we go. Hold on.
And folks,